Hello, everyone. My name is Jessica White, and I work for Dr. Leslie Ann Warden in the Art History Department. Today, I'm going to be talking about the InfoArc database and how it incorporates archaeological methodology into database building. I'm also going to be talking about how InfoArc tackles challenges with digital ceramic processing. So InfoArc was the result of a partnership with the Comul-Hissin Provincialism Project and Infosol. The Comul-Hissin Provincialism Project, if we look at this map of Egypt here, the Comul-Hissin is a settlement that exists in the Nile Delta. It's in a really rural area of Egypt today. InfoArc was first and foremost designed for in-field digital recording of potsherd data. The platform is actually specifically designed for input and data processing on an iPad, something that researchers could have and be mobile with in the field. One key thing that helps InfoArc facilitate in-field digital input is the offline recording capability. If we see here on this picture, when a researcher inputs a record and they save it, it goes to this offline record section. This is a cloud that stores records that have not yet been uploaded to the online data cloud. And they can be stored here until there is good enough internet for the upload to happen. This is really crucial because in areas all around Egypt, and Comul-Hissin is no exception, there's not great or reliable internet. So what kind of data does KHPP work with, and how do they process it? KHPP works with a basic processing and detailed processing system. Basic processing is really general. It separates potsherds out by wear type and quantifies these by weights and counts. Detailed processing records specific details about surface treatment, as well as wear and tear, and several other attributes. What's nice about detailed processing with InfoArc is that there's definitely more fields within detailed processing. We can see that here with the paper fields. This is for body sherds, this is for diagnostic sherds, but there's still a lot of information conveyed with detailed processing. And you can see here in the InfoArc database, these drop-down boxes that can accommodate all of these different data fields. And what's nice about detailed processing versus basic processing within InfoArc is that some of these fields only appear for detailed processing, not just basic, or not just both of them. So the other two types of data that InfoArc collects and that KHPP works with are photographs and illustrations. Most importantly are the illustrations. We can see down at the bottom picture here, this is a pencil drawing of a potsherd. It includes, you can see all the notes around it. These notes would include fabric type, surface treatment. Up here would be diameter, level of preservation. You can see that it's weathered and eroded over here. So all of this information, while we need the picture and the drawing, and those are important to have for specific research questions, so we would keep this for reference, it's important that it's able to be textually coded so that it can get added to the mass data that we have from these undrawn sherds coming from these sheets. And this allows us to have aggregate data that gives us a look at the big picture of the site. And so that's why it's important to have these illustrations coded into InfoArc in a way that helps us do that. When we look at FileMaker Pro, we can see that InfoArc was created kind of in response to the challenges that researchers saw with FileMaker. FileMaker Pro was used in the Realities of Life project at Elephantine, which you can see from this map. It's in Upper Egypt, complete opposite of Comul-Hissin, but it's still a settlement site Regardless, both projects use the same methodology for ceramics because they have the same head ceramicist. But FileMaker has a few deficiencies. While it allows researchers to organize their data into tables that are specialized, what it does not do is allow for computer science's best practices. And so this results in a program that is not as user-friendly, nor is it able to scale down to smaller screens like on an iPad, or offer analysis more sophisticated than queries. It's still a good database program, but there's better ones that would allow also for in-field data processing, make it easier at least for in-field data processing. And that would eliminate the need for post-secondary input from these paper forms that we see over here. I can tell you from experience that going from the paper and looking at the writing there, which is sometimes really hard to read, illegible because it's handwriting, transferring that onto a screen, mistakes are just easily made, nature of the beast there. And so InfoArc really seeks to tackle these challenges and work to create a database that is more accessible to the researcher. And so this kind of begs the question that if InfoArc is the result of this collaboration between computer scientists and archaeologists, is it worth continual collaboration, or even more importantly, possibly it's important to train archaeologists at a course of study in the undergraduate level, even as early as that, or applied computer science courses that would teach archaeologists to approach databases and approach research in a way that's not just through the archaeological methodology, but also thinking about what ways that we can use coding and computer science to make our work more efficient. And this could be achieved by, of course, more collaboration, but also by expanding the field of study in the undergraduate level to include some computer science courses or applied computer science courses. Thank you all for your time today. I really appreciate you coming, listening to my video. If you have any questions about InfoArc or about KHPP or the Realities of Life project, please just forward some emails to me. Send any questions you might have. My email is jtwhite@mail.roanoke.edu, and I look forward to hearing your questions. Have a wonderful day.